Everyone, I hope you're well. Welcome to my channel. So these videos coming up are the readings for June 2022, and if anybody wants to book a reading or a session, you can get in touch with me through my information, which is linked in the description box below. Lots of love, take care, bye. These are the recordings, the video signs for fire signs for June 2022, starting with Leo. So they're showing me for Leo that you're going to have a really good month, a really happy month, lots of power. It's like you're going to get what you want this month somehow. You can ask for whatever you want and you'll get it, they're saying. Let's get some cards out. So, cards for Leo, June 2022. Okay, so we've got 5 of Wands, which is about changes. And it's also vibrational, so it's like a change in vibration. That's what they're talking about, basically. And then we've got Temperance. So Temperance is a connection that you have. So twin flame process, it's a connection with the other person and how you work with that energy together and coming into clarity. And the Sun, which is really good. So in terms of your process, you're going to be pretty much free of process this month. So, you know, sometimes you can go through periods where you feel like you're not even connected and you just feel like you've got your life back and everything feels quite easy. You would say there's these periods that you have where you say, it's almost like what's been going on is I can't remember it. Like it seems so unreal now. Those periods where you kind of like return to self a little bit, like just a normal person walking around with an ego. It's kind of like you're going to have a month like that, but that connection never separates. So whatever it's like, is simply how it is. It's a representation of what's going on in the energy. So here you've got something moving, shifting, changing in the vibrational link. But it's almost like it's going on behind the scenes, right? Because this is the Sun and they're saying you're going to have a really good month. So it's going to be like you're not going to feel it or see what's going on. So it's almost like you've been released from the whole process. And you'll be like, well, what was all that about? Because now I don't feel any of this like twin flame stuff anymore. So maybe I was just imagining it. I think it's going to be one of those months, right? But always the answer to that is you're just going through some kind of shift. So you're never not just imagining it. It's just that you're released from it to a certain extent. So, and then they say you can ask for whatever you want and get it. So we've already had that. Let's have a look and see. Oh, right. That's really interesting, actually, because when I was visualizing before I tuning in, before I got these cards out, I could see this man like the King of Swords, and he was like stood there, like when they were saying you can ask for anything you want. So how about this, right? If you feel released from the twin flame process this month, and you feel like you could spend the whole month therefore just saying, well, what was all that about? No, I don't feel anything. So maybe it's not real. And you could, that's wasted effort, they're saying. You're wasting your time doing that because it is real. You are going through it. You're just going through a different portion of it. So How about instead of wasting your time like that and that repetitive thought of what the hell is going on, what is all this about, you could focus your energy more fruitfully. So vibrationally, you focus into what do you want from this. So here we've got man who speaks upright. So it's not like you have to, this is how it is, right? If you've got a month where you're feeling good, which is what they're saying, the sun, and you can get anything you want from feeling good. So it's the feeling good that brings about what it is in your vibration that you want manifesting into the physical reality. So you could just reaffirm what you want from this person. And as you're feeling good, that's connecting into that in your vibration. Who is that person who also exists in your vibration, who you're vibrationally connected to? Let's just get one more. Fear. You don't have to. It's always all right with like this connection, twin flames in connection, and you talk to your twin inside yourself, right? But it's always got to be a really light touch. It's got to be from a place of really feeling firm and grounded and stable and feeling good, to just reaffirm what you want in a way that is a representative of feeling good. So feeling good is about feeling love, right? But it's not this like overblown, overwhelming, dramatic, romantic scenario that a lot of people think it is, because that is so unstable. Right, that energy can come in, it can go out. That's why romance doesn't last. So the stability of the final part of process, right, twin flame process, when you're just about to manifest the twin, either separated or whoever it is that you've not met yet, into your life, comes from your stability and your groundedness in terms of what you would love, right? So that what you would love is a very selfish thing. And it's not, and it doesn't come from a needy place, or that neediness of romance of like, oh, I'm going to die if he doesn't come, which is part of the process. You like that, but not at the end. So at the end, it's like, wouldn't it be lovely? Wouldn't it be lovely? That's all you need to say. Wouldn't it be lovely if he came out of the blue and we had a conversation? And you don't even need to go into like the details of the conversation, because then the more you elaborate, the more you're likely to go into fear and start rehashing things that have been said before, start to get into old arguments in your head or old scenarios of what went wrong, and you don't want to bring any of that up. You don't want to have any of that in your vibration, because this is something brand new you're giving birth to. You simply want to reaffirm, wouldn't it be lovely? And then that's it. You don't need and we could talk about this and we could talk about that. You don't need any of that, because that is not the starting point, right? You just need the wouldn't it be lovely. So that's your for you this month. So whatever it is that you want, actually, you just, from a place of stability and balance, wouldn't it be lovely if, and then add on whatever it is that that you would really like to have, and just then know that you're going to have it from a really firm, again, like firm, grounded standpoint. And you don't have to keep repeating to yourself, I know I'm going to have it. It doesn't bear repeating. You just state it and put it in there and then let go of it. Okay. So that's Leo. Who is next? Leo, Sagittarius. So for Sagittarius this month. Right, so we've got all sorts of phone calls and conversations. This is to do with all sorts of people, all sorts of projects, all sorts of things going on. And some of which you know about, some of which you don't. Very busy month, 10 of Wands, energetically tying things up. So, but I feel it's going to play out in the physical world, like they're saying, lots and lots to do. Let's have a look at this. Twin flames and Two of Cups, that is, and then Rebirth, Empress. So you're literally sealing off. You're sealing off events and situations, and it's about logistics, they're saying. So you're just tying up loose ends in your life, basically. You are signing off from something as well. So it's like one part of your life is coming to an end. Twin flame work, right? So your life in the physical is a representation of your twin flame process. So if you've been really busy in the physical and you've been focused, for example, into work and not fun and stuff like that, or you could have been focused into a relationship, but it's a karmic kind of a relationship and it's not a twin flame relationship, or in relationships like with family and friends, all of this is twin flame work, because what you're doing is clearing vibration to make way for the rebirth of your actual twin flame, whether that's the one you know or someone you've not met yet, whoever that is, to come into your life. So this is they're saying sealing, as in you seal something off, right? Like you seal off a doorway. And they're showing me someone with like a welding tool and they're actually sealing off the doorway. So your past can't come back in. And it's whatever you do in the physical is how it plays out into your vibration in this respect. Because remember, everything goes into the vibration. Some things have to be sealed off as well on this journey. So there's some things you just put behind you. People, events, situations. In fact, at the end of the process, you realise you just put it all behind you. And none of it is it just doesn't play a part in how you think or how you feel anymore. Because the last part, the way you end up in the process is entirely feeling good. And the past can't ever play a part in that. I mean, literally yesterday, what happened yesterday no longer plays a part in how you feel when you wake up. You end up seeing your life as one long day. There's no distinguishing between yesterday and today and tomorrow. It's all today. And you're just in the present all the time. So there's no regret, right? And there's no projection into the future. So you're sealing things off, getting ready for this to come in, because this twin flame comes in when you've sealed it off. You sealed off the past, you sealed off the future. You're living constantly in the moment. Let's go here, transformation, death card. So you've got a transformative month of that going on, basically. It's going to play out in a physical, though. Putting things to bed. Getting things out of your life. And quite serious, they're saying, quite serious month. You know, you might be going through your diary or so, or your phone contacts and like, right, let's get rid of that one, let's get rid of that one, let's get rid of that one, delete that one, don't need that anymore. Things like that, right? Okay, and what's next? Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Oh, we're getting an Emperor for Aries. And this is Aries. He is an Aries, the Emperor. Five of Swords. They just said God of War. So, and this is the Five of Swords, is the ending of the battle. It's the arrival into the light. So we've got here also the Emperor's representation of the masculine made manifest, twin flame. The twin flame that operates from the masculine, and that's manifesting. It's a 4, it's manifestation. End of a battle, the long dark night. Clarity and confirmation, they just said. So this could be, for whoever's looking at this, you could be looking at either finally meeting the person that's your twin, the twin that is coming out and re-emerging into the physical, manifesting. Either way, but it's clarity around that, right? This person coming in. It can also really be if the twin is going to emerge because they are an Aries. So this might be someone who you're going to meet an Aries, and it's the Aries that's the one as well. One more, happiness and joy. Reasons to be cheerful, reasons to celebrate. So that's emerging, basically. You're going to get an answer. This is an answer, right? An answer to your question, basically. So the question perpetuates the long dark night of the soul, because that question is, who is it? Where are they? Why aren't they here? Why am I going through this? Am I imagining it? Is it real? Are they really going to come back? Am I ever going to meet them? Right, it's all that questioning. Why does my life appear to not move? That's another question, right? Why is it always at a standstill? So you know something's going on, right? If your life's always at a standstill, because things are going on vibrationally, you just can't see it going on. That's why. So that's an answer in its that question answers itself. And this bigger question that everybody has about waiting is a really, really poignant question, actually, because you don't wait. You don't wait if the only thing that exists is the present moment. You can't wait. There's no waiting, because waiting can't exist in the present moment. It can't exist in joy and happiness in the present moment, right? Waiting is where you're projecting out into the future and looking for something to come along. Happiness in the present moment, just because you're in separation and you're on your own, doesn't mean you're waiting. If you're happy in every moment, you're doing exactly what you're meant to do. You're doing exactly what you're here for, because that's what we're here for. You can't be happy in the future unless you're happy in the moment, because it's all the same day. It's all the same moment. There is no future. You only have this moment, right? So that's really the clarity. When you get to that point where you're working, that is your intrinsic understanding of life, that's everything. It's everything, because it's the only thing that matters. If your life's at a standstill, you don't project out into the future and feel bad now and then, but want something better in the future, because that's not going to get you there. What gets you there is every single moment of feeling good. So the more that you have of that in the bank, the more you're actually bringing even more happiness to you, right? So that's why it appears at a standstill. And we have that egoic question about waiting, which is not even relevant, because it's not about that, it's about happiness. So you're going to get an answer to that this month, it looks like. Or maybe that spiel just then was your answer. I don't know. Let's get one more out. Now moment, Four of Pentacles. So if you're not already focused into the now moment, in joy and fun and happiness, then that's where you're meant to be this month. Those of you who are focused into that are going to get an answer. Maybe you just happen to click on this, watch this, and see it's about an Aries, and that's your answer already, because you never watched this before or something, and suddenly you're going to meet someone they're an Aries, because that's who he is. All things for different people. Go with the flow. Just go with the flow, all right? Don't get tied up in knots by it. The ego never has an answer. Lots of love. If anybody wants to get a reading or do a session, all my details are in the description box below. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.